friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G, and look how incredible this complete set of Marvel Legends looks. This is from the upcoming movie of Thor, Love and Thunder. We have the Asgardians of the Galaxy here, look at that. And we have this brand new Korg, that's the Build-A-Figure. You're not going to want to miss any of this. We got them all open. We've taken a great look. We've gotten some killer poses here. And yeah, so you're going to want to stay tuned and hang tight. So guys, before we get started, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of these incredible new Marvel Legends, this awesome new set. And give us a big thumbs up and share this video with anyone who you think would enjoy it. So what do you say we go ahead and get started right now?
What is up, Vince and Gigi?
Vince and Gigi, Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
Gigi.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
Vince and Gigi on Super Channel G.
So tight. Don't stop doing what you're doing.
Congratulations on all your success.
Congratulations on everything.
I will see you on the TV on
Super Channel G. Yeah.
God, is this great?
Alright friends, welcome back to Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G, and look how incredible these new Thor Love and Thunder action figures look. This is the complete set of Marvel Legends for Thor Love and Thunder, and it's incredible that all 7 and technically 8 of these Marvel Legends come from the movie, the upcoming movie, depending on when you're watching this video, and instead of the typical 4 in a set, like for example, here's a lead-off figure and here's the 6 that come in this set that have Build-A-Figure piece. And usually what we've gotten in the past is a lead-off figure, 3 additional from the movie, a Build-A-Figure from the movie, and then 3 that are from the comic books that may have nothing to do with the set, but it's kind of cool how they incorporate that. But this is even better because it looks like everyone from the set. So let's take a closer look. Let's see who we have in this complete Marvel Legends set. And you know what? Let's get a little bit closer. And we have Thor, Mighty Thor, Gorr, King Valkyrie, Ravager Thor, Star-Lord, and Groot. And those look absolutely amazing. The artwork on the boxes looks absolutely incredible. And yeah, everything, the artwork, the action figures, and I hope that they have the articulation that I so crave for these incredible figures, because that's what we love about Marvel Legends. So let's get everything set up. Let's go in order and just look how awesome. We're gonna start off with this lead-off figure and then start building our Korg. Look at that. All right, cool. So let's get everything back in order over here and kick it off. Let's see. All right, perfect. Give me just 1 second, my friends. Okay, perfect. And here we go. To kick it off, we're gonna start off with Thor Love and Thunder, the new suit Thor. Look how absolutely incredible this looks. Movie hasn't come out yet. Can't wait for even a trailer to drop. Found these incredible bad boys. And of course, can't wait to build this Build-A-Figure set for Korg. But man, I can't wait to find out how he gets this incredible new gold suit. Looks incredible. Look at Stormbreaker here. Look at this beautiful artwork right here. Chris Hemsworth, Thor, Odin's son. Looks absolutely just phenomenal. And this is the same picture 3 times, just mirror image on the sides, and here we get a closer look. Look how gorgeous this artwork looks, and I'm sure he's gonna look pretty much like that in the movie. So got the realms there, everything. Okay, and so since this is a lead-off figure, it did not have a Build-A-Figure piece, but let's read what it says back here. It says, Thor unleashes the power of Stormbreaker to overcome any foe. I bet he does. So let's get him open and let's see just how incredible this figure I know is. Oop, looks like I got tape on my knife already. What in the world? It's gonna keep us from getting a smooth little sharp edge right there. Okay. So let's slide him on out. Look how awesome that looks. There's Mjolnir. Failed to mention, look how it has the cracked Mjolnir, the original timeline, the sacred timeline Mjolnir that was destroyed by Hela. Looks like they put it back together. Wow! Look at this beautiful soft plastic for the cape. Look at his hair flowing. And let's get Stormbreaker out. I don't know, oh, this is super bendy plastic. Look at that. But the sculpt looks absolutely incredible. Then, do we even need this fist hand? No, I don't think so. We'll use this one that's open so you can hold Stormbreaker. If I said Mjolnir, I meant Stormbreaker, obviously. Let's fold this so it doesn't tear coming out. Well, not fold it, but just kind of roll it in. And I'll leave this fist hand right here. Set that aside. And let's get a closer look at our Thor. And let's take first of all, a close look at this head sculpt. These are soft plastic right here, so they bend. His hair's flowing, and it's kind of up and soft, so that's awesome. Look at that. So that we can position the head probably a lot more. Well, looks like it may not go as far down as we would have hoped. Okay, it does. Look at that. It goes pretty far back as far as how it goes back and forth. A lot down, not a whole lot further back, but there you get to see right there. You can turn it completely. Alright, and we can pivot a little bit, but again, the hair's going to get in the way. It doesn't really hold that pose. Get a close look at the eyes, the face sculpt. Look at this. Oh, it looks like they just push that into the face, so keep that close there so you don't see that it's actually pushed in. But look at the beautiful detail. Look at the sculpt on this figure. Looks awesome. Alright, let's see as far as... Okay, we got soft plastic right here for the shoulder. These guards right here on the shoulders. The arms come out to beyond the 90-degree angle slightly. Doesn't look like it's holding it though. Goes all the way in a circle, except since this restricts the movement a little bit. Turns to the high part just above the bicep. We have double joints at the elbow, but it only moved this one. So there we go. I have to support it. Wow, cool. Got great mobility there. What about the wrist? It goes back and forth and around. Awesome. Look at this beautiful gold and blue together. This red really pops because of that. And where's it attached exactly? I'm like, is it attached here? And does this come off? I don't want to take it off if it's not supposed to. But that's cool. It's kind of interesting how it's only attached there. I was like, that'd be cool if these were just like popped off like that. But not easily popped off, but I mean, to be able to be removed, maybe a peg that would go down. Let's see. We turn, wow, above the ribs basically. And that's our ab crunch. It doesn't turn at the waist, it turns only here. Okay. This is softer plastic, maybe vinyl. And so it restricts the leg movement a little bit, but not terribly. Look at that. And bring the legs to not quite a 90-degree angle, but still a decent amount up. Turns to the high part of the thigh. We have solid double joints of the knees. Legs only, although the legs only come in that much. And wow, look at this beautiful blue. Hope this translates on screen because it's like a little bit like almost translucent. Almost, not quite. Look at his boots. Ooh. Is this supposed to be gold all the way around? Because it looks like they messed up on the paint here. Because it doesn't go all around the rim. And I'm like, is it supposed to be like that? Because it looks like it's hard to tell. because it looks a little, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, because it's missing paint right there. But either way, it looks great. There we go. There's the sculpt. The colors look great. Sculpt looks great. Got pretty good articulation on there. And here is Stormbreaker. You go. Oh, I was trying to not look at it. Look at that. That looks awesome. Let's fit this right here in the hand. And let's turn it, spin it in like that. So maybe we can get a oops. When you bend in the elbow, don't only move one side or the other. You got to kind of move them together, because if not equally, if not, it'll look awkward. And look how cool that looks. And I wonder how well he's going to stand on his own, because the cape kind of pulls him back a little bit. So we might have to lean him forward a little bit if we're not going to be having him on a stand. Oh, and then even talk about the ankle joints. The ankle joints actually don't move terribly far back and forward. Oh, look, okay, good. They move a lot further than it originally looked. Just had to push them more a little bit. There we go. And the cape is pulling them back, so might have to get a dynamic hero stand after all to hold him up. Right. It's right over here. Give me a second. Alright, sorry, and then I also kicked the camera. You know what? We can have him flying in the air. Bring this up. What do we want him? By the legs? Or by the waist? Where do we want this to hold him? Let's try waist then. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Look at that. Can bring this up. It looks like it's blowing in the wind. And maybe if we bring this down a little bit. And actually, that looks cool. Look at that. Alright, what are your thoughts? Pretty outstanding. We can adjust it slightly, but I think it already looks pretty awesome like that. He's warning someone he's about to smack him with Stormbreaker, which would mean they would be instantly dead, but anyway, outstanding. Okay, let's move Thor back over here, and we will move on. Like, let's get the angle right too. Okay, perfect. Okay, and next we're gonna do the Mighty Thor, and I'm sure you've noticed the Mighty Thor is Jane Foster. Look how great she looks, and here is the Sacred Timeline's Mjolnir put back together. And we don't know how yet, because I haven't seen the movie. Again, no preview has even come out yet. So I'm excited to find out. Look at this beautiful artwork here. We actually have two different drawings. This is the same one, mirror image, but look at this. Natalie Portman looks ripped there. So that looks awesome. Mjolnir back, that looks incredible. Here's our logo again, that looks beautiful. And this looks definitely like Natalie Portman. And then we have our first Korg Build-A-Figure piece from the set. So, she's number one. That means it's going to be the left leg. And let's see what it says here about Mighty Thor. Jane Foster's life is forever changed when she mysteriously comes to possess the hammer Mjolnir and the power of the mighty Thor. That looks incredible. And even though it's all busted, I'm sure this is going to be an incredible weapon still as they bring it back. I'm sure it'll be able to be every bit as powerful, maybe even more so. I don't know if there's going to be a spell. I don't know if it's just going to be there using worthiness to keep it together. Who knows? But if you're watching this video after the movies come out, clearly you'll know already. But for now, speculation. And I don't know if I said this before, but this tray appears to have the outline of Mjolnir right here and like exploding or electricity coming into it. Can't tell coming in, going out. But wow, look at that. We'll go ahead and set Korg's leg aside. Take Mjolnir out. And now, which head sculpt do you want on this figure? Push her out. Look, it's the same soft plastic from our Thor figure that we just did. Roll it a little bit so it doesn't get torn or all scraped up. Wow. I'm not sure which one I want. We're probably going to need to buy 2 of these before it's all said and done. But let's look at the head sculpts just by getting in closer for now. Look at this. This looks absolutely outstanding. Soft plastic right here. You can almost see through it. Hair. Nice and soft also so that we can pose the head. Look at that. Outstanding. Beautiful detail. And then put it right next to our Jane Foster. That head sculpt looks outstanding. This is almost the same hair, but not exactly the same. Her without her helmet. Man, look at those ripped arms. His triceps are huge. Okay, so we'll take a look at the whole action figure and how well it composed, and then we'll swap the heads out. So the head looks like it can go pretty far down. Not super far back though, because it's restricted with his hair. Turns pretty well. Look at that. And looks like her from the profile also. Let's see. Oop. You're gonna want to support the shoulder as you move it in by pushing it in. And then look, that will restrict it a little bit. But you don't want to just push the bicep or the elbow, because then it could crack off here. So kind of push it in as you lift. There we go. Comes to almost a 90-degree angle in. Look at that. The ab crunch is right here where the rib cage is. It goes about that far around. The arm doesn't go fully straight around because it hits right there on the suit, and it's at an angle. Turns right here in the high part of the bicep. We have double joints again at the elbow, which is great. Sometimes we don't often get that with the female figures, but of course here Jane Foster's arms are bigger than the traditional mold. Wow, you can bring the arms pretty far in because of that double joint, and then the wrists do go back and forth and turn or spin. We have this hand that can hold Mjolnir, this one cannot. And so I'm sure that'll look great when we put Mjolnir in here. And look, didn't mean to jump back and forth, but this is only bent soft plastic because it was being pushed in there. But there's the cracks. Would have been nice if the cracks were done just a little more pronounced, or maybe a little bit of color to accent it, but either way it looks great. Okay, for the rest of the suit, for this detail, we got soft plastic again here, like with Thor. And it's cool that these are not attached right there, and I don't know if they're supposed to be or not in the movie, because it does allow for better leg posability and articulation. Turns to the high part of the thigh. We do have double joints here at the legs, so that's awesome. Okay, the boots. The boots have like almost like wings. Right here, and her ankle turns pretty well. Look at that. Again, double joints at the knees. And all in all, this figure looks pretty outstanding. Let's see how easy we can pop off the head. Cool. That's one of these. Alright. Let's pop that on. And this is what our Jane Foster looks like with her helmet. That's pretty awesome. Now her and Thor both have these super cool looking helmets. So outstanding. Maybe we'll give her a dynamic action hero stand also. Let's see. How close is she gonna hold this to the top? Pretty close. So this is what I'm talking about. If you only bend one side of the elbow, it's like too long on there. And if you only bend the other one, it's like too short on there. So you're gonna have to bend them both, like one and then one and then one, like that. Let's see. There we go. Bring the leg up. That has there we are. How does that look? The knee looks a little wonky, so let's bring that. Cool. That's better. A little bit. Point that leg down. Okay, and that action stand. Let me see if I can reach it. Ugh. There's one of them. There's another. Where can I find the other one? This one's the one not to hold them. But okay, here we are. And let's get it around her waist. There we go. I'm like, hold on, little buddy. There we are. Kind of the same pose that we did for Thor. Which I didn't really want to do, but I'm starting here and having her in that direction. Let's see. That looks cool. Let's just want to have her lean back a little bit. Can we do that? Yes. Yes, we can. How's that? Unless we wanted to hold it straight up. Nah, it looks pretty cool already. Alright, I am very happy with that. Look how cool that looks. And they're definitely fighting together in tandem. And would I prefer this head sculpt on her? Not sure yet. Because they both look pretty outstanding. I don't know if that's a little creepy having the head just chilling there, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. Alright, great. Let's go ahead and move on to our next action figure. This right here. Next one in this set. Okay, and next we have, here it is, Gorr, which is Christian Bale's villain that's gonna come out in this movie, right? Gorr the God Butcher, I believe it was called in Marvel Comics. And check out this beautiful artwork right here, which is, I'm sure, concept art from the movie. Let me get just a little further up. Same picture, mirror image, and then the same one, but the full picture back here. Let's see what it says about Gorr, which comes with number 2, the right leg of Korg. It says, Gorr, wielding a strange and terrifying weapon. Gorr will let nothing stand in his way. Wow. Look how incredible that looks. And look, there's that strange weapon that they're talking about here. Right? Strange and terrifying. And I was curious. So let's see what it says online about Gorr the God Butcher. For powers and abilities, it says Gorr possesses all black the Necro Sword, which according to Galactus carved the first dawn from the stone of the endless night. Wow. The blade allows its user to create wings that allow the user to fly at extreme speeds, weapons, and a shroud of berserkers constructed out of darkness. He can create sharp tendrils that can kill any god, including Asgardians. Wow, interesting. So, is it going to be called All Black, the Necro Sword? We'll call it that for now until the movie comes out. All Black, the Necro Sword. So let's get him out. Cool. Slide him on out. Let's get Korg's right leg out of there. Look at that. Let's slide out the Necro Sword. There we are. Wow, crazy. And let's get Gorr out of here. Push him out, but be careful. Again, soft plastic here. You don't want to tear it or scratch it. Okay, set this aside. And let's take a closer look here. Wow, looks like this has been dragging somewhere and getting all dirty. But I'm sure it's that way on purpose. Look at that, like stained. And okay, I would have thought that Gorr would have had like some sort of like cloak over his head, but check out this head sculpt, and that definitely looks like Christian Bale right there. Wow. Okay. So let's see how far back and forward the head moves. So it's probably got that ball joint but on a stick again, which allows us to go like this. But it doesn't allow the head to move as far forward and back. It's like the one that Iron Man has that would like click all the way forward and click all the way back, since it's just that way. But this is the wave of now. Let's see, as far as the shoulders, they go well beyond. You know what, let me just take this off for a second. Uh-oh, this one's stuck, and I definitely don't want to break it there. You saw that. There we go. Apply some pressure and push in, and wow, okay. Shoulders go well beyond 90-degree angle. Push in and apply pressure so you don't crack it off right here at the bicep, above the bicep, where it turns. Don't know why I said it like that. And double joints here at the elbow, so you can bring in the arms pretty well. Look at that. Look at his fingertips. I'm like, does that remind you of anybody else? I mean, I know there's white here, but I started thinking about Wanda's fingertips, but I guess there's only black on the back and on the front. But anyway, let's see. Wow, the hand's super soft. And this looks a little looser than normal because it's kind of open there, but the hand goes back and forth that way versus this one back and forth this way. But we're going to be holding all black, the Necro Sword, with this hand. Look at the texture on his clothes, and he does turn and pivot here at the waist. Let's see, this soft plastic, this too. This is supposed to be like a robe type, obviously, and I guess he has pants underneath it too. But I don't know if it's intentionally supposed to be that way. I would think so, but it does restrict his movement a little bit. as this is still soft enough plastic to move, but it does push back pretty quickly. Look at that. Okay, so it turns the high part of the thigh. We have double joints at the knees, even though we probably don't need it, because I doubt he's going to be doing any Spider-Man type moves. Let's just bend it to loosen it anyway. Ugh, there we go. Cool. Let's see, bare feet, and we can point and flex and pivot the ankles pretty well. Wow, it also turns there. Look, it turns and then pivots like that. So that's an extra joint there we don't normally get. And I wonder, are these just like the face is an accurate scan? Are these feet? Or are these just reused from somebody else? Well, that looks awesome. I love the texture. Look at that. And I don't know about all these scars. Like, I hope they talk to us about that in the movie. I can get a story about that. And here's all black, the Necro Sword. Wow, look at that. Looks cool. Place that in his hand. And I look at the picture again. He's like dragging it. Put this back on. And which way would be best for him to... I guess that looks cool. And do we... Because he has like a cape going on too, is he gonna need to be standing a certain way? Is he gonna be pulled back? There we go, that's pretty wicked. Let's have him lean forward just a bit. There we go. That looks sick. How's that? Your thoughts on Gorr? Pretty outstanding. Okay. I'm digging it. We already have our 2 Korg Build-A-Figure pieces. And let's go ahead and move on. What do you say to that? Okay, and here we go. Next we have King Valkyrie. And so Valkyrie looks outstanding. The last time we saw her, it was Avengers Endgame. And she was being left in charge because Thor didn't want to be king anymore. He said something to the effect of, it's time that he stopped being who he's supposed to be and time to start being who he is. And here we are. And so she was like, I'm gonna make a lot of changes, you know. He's like, I'm counting on it. So let's go ahead and get Korg's head out of there, set it aside so we can build him in a few moments. And it's probably his club, I guess. There we go. And there's her dragon fang, I believe it's what it's called. But cool new suit. And I wonder what that symbol is right there. Which looks great. Look at this beautiful artwork. Look at that cool hairstyle. Look at that. And I see what appears to be lightning right here. I don't know if that's coming from her. Probably not. But looks cool. And let's see what it says back here. Oh, and she comes with 3. Well, we already saw that. The head. So it says, King Valkyrie. When a dangerous new visitor threatens the livelihood of New Asgard, King Valkyrie is forced to take up her sword once more to defend her people. What a huge difference from her role in Thor Ragnarok. At least at the beginning, right? Beginning, the middle. So here we are. Everybody has these beautiful capes. Alright, here we are. This beautiful sword. And I love how it's got this, like, almost like this metallic blue, and then I don't know if they just didn't paint it all the way down or it's supposed to fade to like silver, platinum going right there. But white right here on the handle. Set aside Korg's head and his club. Look at that. That's cool. Let's pop her out. And be careful again with the cape. Because the cape flares out. Look at this. So we're definitely going to need to be careful with the parts that flare out. There we are. Set this aside. And hopefully they did that hair a lot of justice, and it sure looks like it from here. Look at this. That beautiful texture of these braids. Some blue ones too. Look at that. Wow, they did a beautiful job with her hair. And this face definitely looks like her. Amazing job. Let's see what this emblem or symbol is right here. Don't know yet. And it doesn't show in the artwork. It shows her back on the artwork. So, super cool. She's got double joints at the elbows as well. It's not as jacked as our other figure, but definitely has big muscles. And I can't get over how beautiful her hair looks. And the sculpt now, too bad it's not a little bit softer, because that restricts where we can move the head. But nonetheless, we can still move it pretty well. We just can't move it very far back. Let's see, it looks like her cape is attached here still, but it's got a collar and it's got a peg that's supposed to go into the back over here. Let's see. There we go. And the neck's a little looser than I would have liked. But anyway, right here for the ab crunch, we have where it would be the ribs. Doesn't turn at the waist, turns there. The arms at the click at the shoulder. Wow, okay, this one's a little harder than that one, but it goes well beyond a 90-degree angle. Look at that. These, because there's nothing restricting the shoulder. Ooh, this one's really tight on this arm. They do go all the way around. Look at that. Turns above the bicep. Double joints. Bring the arm all the way in. That's cool. And look, we got a soft plastic right here and here. And that looks cool. Look at her boots. These cool pants. I wonder if it's supposed to be like a metal silver looking ring and they just cover it like this, or if it's also a black metal ring. Oh man, that'd have been awesome. We could have pulled this out. So clearly she has a dagger there, but no, it doesn't come out. Cool boots, cool heels. Look at this, it does pivot, so that's cool. As far as double joints to the knees, oh man, these are nice and tight. Look at that. Turns at the high part of the thigh. And it doesn't really restrict her movement there, so it comes forward almost, well, not almost to a 90-degree angle, but it does come pretty far forward. And this pushes against it. It comes a little bit back, but then it's restricted right there. This beautiful flared out cape, that looks awesome. And how do we want her to be positioned? She would be holding that with two hands. Let's see. They're all holding their weapon in the right hand. Oh, her wrists. This wrist also goes side back and forth like that. And this one goes actually forward and back, and this one goes side to side is what I mean. So, how do we want her to hold this? Like that? That looks kind of wicked. Look at that. Let's get her a strong stance. There we go. And that alone looks great enough just because it says a lot. We don't need to have her doing any sort of crazy jumps or anything. And I wonder if she would look cool just having her right over here. I don't want it too crowdy, I guess. Let's move her a little bit this way, him a little bit this way. And would she look cool here? Yes, she would. How's that? I'm digging that. Awesome. So maybe we can move her just a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's move on to our next action figure in this set. Bring this back up. Well, next we have Ravager Thor. And again, I was mentioning that Ravager Thor, this was like the outfit he was wearing on the picture that came out on the internet months and months ago. That was getting us all excited because Chris Hemsworth's gonna play Hulk Hogan. So we got super even more jacked than we've ever seen him before. And this is the last three that are in this set are the Asgardians of the Galaxy. And so I'm really hoping we see Rocket. I'm really hoping we see you know, Drax and Gamora, and even though we don't know where Gamora is, that Star-Lord starts to find her, or Nebula. So I'm hoping they do all come out. But for now, we know that Star-Lord and Groot are gonna come out in this movie. So it's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5, right? 2.5. Just like Captain America Civil War was like Avengers 2.5, 2.5. So again, this is Thor, Ravager Thor from Thor Love and Thunder. Looks absolutely incredible. Comes with Stormbreaker also. And this Thor comes with Korg's left arm. Look at this beautiful artwork. Look how he's swinging this with all his might. Which is kind of cool and interesting because, yeah, he can pretty much just control it with his mind, right? But that looks great. Cool action pose. And let's see what it says about Ravager Thor. Thor wields the mighty Stormbreaker against a terrifying new foe. Yep. And isn't that more or less what it said about Natalie Portman? I'm like, it's just a... No, I guess not necessarily. Thought that it said something like that, but no, it just said overcome a foe. It says defend of people, so I guess I read it wrong. But, or remembered it wrong, I should say. Let's get him out. Here we are, and here we go. Wow, look at Korg's arm here. There's even like a piece of tape here. I'm like, why is it tape? Because this will stay in place by itself. Look. Nope, popped his hand off. Either way, he'll stay in place. There we go. This is left arm. Looks cool. Set it aside. Alright, pop out Stormbreaker. This has to be the exact same mold that we had for our other Thor. And let's pop Thor out. First figure we have that doesn't have a cape. No capes. No capes. Set that aside. And let's get even closer so we can see Ravager Thor. Look at this cool head sculpt. I'm digging how he has the hair. Let's see. It's soft, but this one's a little bit harder to move than the other ones. Cool beard. I'm digging the eyes. Too bad they didn't have one brown, one blue. The way it should be. Because I'm assuming he still keeps those. It's cool how he's got this like A shirt going right here. And, wow, cool. Definitely has a good ab crunch. Turns at the waist. I'm like, this is similar symbol, but not sure. Cool jacket. I don't know if he ripped the sleeves off or cut them off or it came like that. Best jacket, but it looks cool. Let's see. Shoulders move this far up. Again, turn here above the bicep. it's nice and smooth. It does click. Look, you see? But it holds it really well. Let's see, we got double joints here at the elbow. Got extra plastic right here. We can cut that off with an X-Acto knife. Look how great that looks. The wrists go back and forth pretty well. Spin. Nobody's really coming with an extra set of hands, only so far. The first Thor with the new suit had one extra hand and it was just a punching hand. Cool jeans, cool boots, look at that. Let's see, the legs move decent amount forward. Not a crazy amount back because it hits there, but it does move back. Look at that. Turns to the high part of the thigh. With double joints here on the knee. Good. I was gonna say it looks like we might turn on the shin, but I'm glad we don't. We have a pivot here on the foot. We can point and flex pretty well. Look at that. This one's a lot softer than the other one, but it still moves pretty well. Not too loose. Okay, cool. So this Thor looks outstanding. Let's get the Stormbreaker. It's bent a little bit because of the plastic sitting in there. And how do we want him to? I don't think we can do the pose on the box because the pose on the box requires his shoulders to move really crazy and ab crunch too. So I don't think we'll be able to get that. And he's not really making that kind of face. So I wouldn't be able to move the arms all the way across his body like that. But let's see if we can at least get two hands to hold it. Careful with this thumb. Just pull the fingers out. There we go. Oh my gosh. We don't want to bend Groot's former arm that much. Alright. It's like so flimsy that no matter where we move it, it's like bending odd. Okay, let's see. Let's move this back like this. I mean, that does look cool. However, I'm gonna bring this down. Bring his arm in. And that would look cool if it wasn't bending right there. Look. So, pretty close as far as like how I would like to have it, but pretty close if I just didn't have this bend right here. So that looks pretty sick actually. Yeah, I'm digging that. I wonder if he's actually gonna be that tall compared to Gorr in the movie. Because we're bending his legs and look how tall he is. Wow. If he was right here and able to just chop his head with Stormbreaker, I'm thinking that it would be good enough to kill him, but guess we'll find out. Man, look how sick this looks. Incredible job there. And Ravager Thor with Stormbreaker looks incredible. Alright, so that we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 2 more, and then our Build-A-Figure. Pretty outstanding. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Okay, so next we have Star-Lord, of course, with his Ravager garb. Looks awesome. That looks cool. He's got a new beard. Look at that. a cool new suit, or it looks like it has some upgrades, but it looks like the same guns. Maybe those have been upgraded a little bit. We have Korg's right arm now. And yeah, Star-Lord looks cool. And this is not a mirror image, it's the same picture 3 times. And this is the last 2. But we're going to be doing this. And let's see what it says about Star-Lord from Thor, Love and Thunder. Super cool. It says, Star-Lord, Peter Quill, and the Guardians of the Galaxy return, teaming up with friends new and old to defend the galaxy from a dangerous new enemy. Yep. Looks awesome. Let's get him open. And let's see how it looks. Let's see if it restricts his ability to be posed. Okay, great. Awesome. There's Korg's right arm. And if you'll notice, there wasn't any tape there, so that argument starts to disappear for whatever reason we may have thought. Awesome with his guns. I can guarantee bubbles aren't going to come out of it this time. Bubbles? Yeah, you'll remember. Okay. Great. That looks awesome. This side. And we'll zoom on in. Wow. He still has like sideburns there, I guess. And they just painted the other part? No, it's still raised a little bit. So interesting. Well, the hair looks cool. Definitely thicker and fuller. Let's see, this is just, I guess, like some sort of utility belt, but it looks more like a sash at the moment. Let's see. This could come off, but then his the red right there wouldn't match the rest of the outfit. So let's see. All right, well, this soft plastic is just, it's attached there on the shoulder, above the shoulder, and then here, but it is loose. Look at that. Okay, cool. Shoulders move up to almost a 90-degree angle, or right at it. This one's restricted a little bit because of that. This shoulder will go almost all the way around, as far as like without hitting here, but it kind of, I guess this one will. This one's the one that's a little harder, but goes around pretty well. We have double joints at the elbows. Look at that. Let's see, as far as the wrists, they go back and forth like that. They go around. Soft plastic fingers. Get to see the texture on his suit. So that's cool. The head sculpt looks a little bit like what is it, Marv from Home Alone? A little bit, because it's not as solid. Chris Pratt. If I called him anything other than Chris Pratt, I apologize. But I don't know what it is. What's missing? The eyebrows too far apart. Don't know. But either way, overall this figure looks cool. Alright, look, he's got a peg right here. On both sides, we could actually probably put his gun there. Let's see. Where would it attach? Nope. There we go. Go like that. So that's cool. Have those not quite hiding under there, but could definitely tuck them away. Let's see, does he have an ab crunch? Yep, he's got it somewhere underneath this plastic vest that he's got going on. Turns at the waist well. His head. Let's see. There we go. Looks like he's got the different type of joint on his head. Yep. Remember when I was talking about that Iron Man earlier? Because it has a joint here versus just that ball that's on the stick. So it turns pretty well. His legs go pretty decently forward, almost 90-degree angle. His knees are nice and solid. Turns at the high part of the thigh. There is a shin joint, unfortunately. And it does, feet do point and flex pretty well. And pivot so that we can pose him pretty well. So I'm digging that. Look at that. His suit, his boots look awesome. And I don't know if it's just my perception or I'm thinking it does, but this brownish maroonish looks darker than this one, but I don't know if it's just my imagination. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so let's put this in his hand by just rolling these back like that. Sticking that in there before they come back forward. And they'll just roll themselves back in there. Like. Cool. So that looks awesome. And how do we want him to be holding his weapon? I guess one up, one down. What do you think? So we might be able to do that. There we go. Doesn't look as exciting as it originally sounded. Okay, that looks better. See if we can get his legs to cooperate. Just a little bit of play in them. How's that? Well, I think it looks pretty awesome, actually. Let's see. I thought him and Thor were similar in height, actually. Because isn't Chris Pratt pretty tall? Isn't he like 6'1" or something? And isn't Chris Hemsworth like 6'2"? Because it looks like there's a huge gap here. Especially because Thor's bending his legs. But either way, could be wrong. But to my knowledge, Chris Pratt's still pretty big. Look how awesome that looks. Wow! We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're about to open our 7th figure and then build our 8th. So that was awesome. Star-Lord looks pretty good. And let's go ahead and open the last box. And that last box is Groot. And so Groot keeps getting a little bit older and a little bit older ever since he was baby Groot. Look at that. And cool. A little bit of accessories. We can swap out a hand and perhaps have this branch coming out that extends further out. And this weapon is whose? Is it Korg's or Groot's? Oh, don't know. I guess either one of them can use it. But look how great this looks. He looks like he may even be a little bit taller than our last Groot. But I'm just going off memory. Look how cool that looks. And of course you see the lightning there. Same picture, mirror image. And then same picture a third time. Groot comes with the midsection and the chest of Korg. And let's see what it says in this write-up. It says, Groot, I am Groot. He's right. So, let's get it open. Alright. Well, I wasn't wrong. Let's slide Groot on out. Okay. Wow, there's an extra piece here that I didn't even see. And I don't want to tear it, so I'm going to be careful about it. There we go. Here we go. Again, you don't want to rip a part off by shaving it off. Whoa! Oh, this is a really soft, bendy gun. Space gun. Do we even need this hand? Because that looks pretty similar to... I guess this one would hold a gun better. But, so I guess it's Groot's gun. And here's Korg's torso in midsection. Wow! Look at that ram that's on his belt. Okay. So let's get super close to our Groot here. And see how cool he looks. Wow, he's definitely feeling some kind of way. Those pouty lips. Very cool. Okay, and as far as his head, wow, it goes really far forward and pretty far back. You know, that is some great articulation. Spins all the way. He's even got some sprouts coming out. So that's awesome. Shoulders go not quite a 90-degree angle. They do spin all the way around. So he's got a single joint for the elbow. He's got his ab crunch here, which is turns like, I guess, where his below his rib cage. Let's see the joint for his legs, brings it to basically a 90-degree angle. Again, single joint on the knees, and it would turn there. Too bad, because it'd be cool to get just a little bit more articulation, but either way. And here we are. We can also pivot and point and flex his feet pretty well. Like that. Here's my friend Tree. All right. So that's awesome. And again, it would be weird to see him without Rocket, so I hope they have Rocket in this movie. He's kind of leaning pretty far forward, isn't he? So I wonder if we... Did that help a little? Sort of, but now he's falling backwards. Now he's kind of... Well, I think we can get this to work. Let's see how this looks. Pop that in there. Looks like it will go back and forth like that. Look how crazy that looks. It's pretty outstanding. What about this? I guess we can choose which hand and arm we want this on. Look how sick that looks. It's like, you know, it'd be really crazy if we put that for his leg and he was like shooting it out. I'm like, would that even work? Can we even pull the leg out? Maybe, but I don't want to break it, so. Okay, that looks awesome. Bring this back down. So does this. Bring this here. And this is where okay. It's like, I don't even know if we can get the trigger finger in there. Probably need to use the other hand. That's pretty good. Look at that. Probably bend this. Have him hold it like that. So that'll work. I'm just not really feeling this gun. Looks cool and all, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Looks cool. I think I'd rather Groot have these parts right here coming out. It's a lot more wicked looking. Wow, that looks absolutely sick. Look at that. Wow, everybody here looks absolutely great. Okay. And just glance at everybody for a second. Then we're gonna move on to the main event we've all been waiting for, this great looking Build-A-Figure of Korg. So let's get set up right here. And getting set up meaning moving all of our Korg pieces right here. There we go. I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, well, I was like, let me at least get a photo, I guess, first. Okay, cool. So let's start putting our Korg figure together. Go ahead and pop these legs on. Make sure I don't accidentally pop the wrong leg on the wrong side. Be careful here because if you torque too much and you could break that joint. So you gotta be looking to push this one on more than twist and twist and twist. Or twist minimal. There we go. Wow, okay. Those legs come further in because it's pretty far apart. Like this would be great, but it's like they're pushing that far apart. Anyway, we'll take a look at it. Okay, let's pop the head on. There we go. You don't have a reason to be afraid unless you're made of scissors. Okay. There we go. Great. And that was pretty simple, actually. Korg's club here. Let's see if it shoots. Oh, so I didn't push it in far enough. But I did. Wow, okay, so it just pops out easily then. Alright, keep that in mind. Okay, let's get closer and let's take a look at this bad boy. Like, why do we have the peg all the way over there? Okay, so Korg, pretty awesome looking head sculpt. It turned super tight. How far down can we get? There we go. His head moves pretty decently far down. Pretty well back. Look at that. Turns completely. So that's good. It's a little hard to turn, but it still does. This right here, or this fur, or whatever this is, his warrior fur. It's soft. You can still move it, but it will restrict the mobility of the arms. Turns right here in the high part of bicep. We have double joints. Oh, wow. Okay, we have double joints at the elbows. Let's see if we can, man, we're gonna need to apply a lot of pressure. Ugh, there we go. To keep this from just popping off again. Look at that. The plastic's a little bit softer, that's why it's popping out. Same thing here. So I'm applying pressure, keeping this, when I'm pushing it, keeping this here. Let's see, the wrist turn. Oh my gosh, everything's popping out. Apply pressure down and in. The wrist does move. Apply pressure down and in. Let's see. Oh, this one would move side to side this way. There we go. Okay. He does not turn at the waist, he turns below the rib cage, but he can still kind of ab crunch there. The legs come decent forward. Got double joints at the knees, like some super solid, almost like Hulk joints. Look at that. Let's see. You got a ankle joint that's connected only right here, which means if this soft plastic can go further back, and then it pivots a little bit. Alright, cool. Let's see if we can get Korg a strong pose. Let's turn his leg in a little bit. Oh my gosh, how many times is that gonna happen to me? Okay. There we go. That looks pretty sick. And I guess we can have his hand holding this right here. On the other side of where I'm at. Let's bend this in so we can be holding it like that. So I'm standing a little more solid. I'm a little disappointed that the legs like flare out so much, because the box doesn't show them flaring out like that. It shows them a lot closer, but nonetheless, this is a very cool figure. Let's see if I can. Nope, I was hoping maybe if I push it further out, I can push it further in. But nope, doesn't work that way. Ah! Well, just keep in mind his hand will constantly fall off. Oh, I was trying to pose it, but I'm like, you know what? Let's put that back down. There we go. Just bring that leg forward. Not working. Let's see. There we go. How does that look? Man, I think that looks absolutely awesome. Here's our Korg. Here's our Asgardians of the Galaxy. And here are Thor with a new suit. Mighty Thor, Jane Foster. King Valkyrie, the Dragon Fang. We have Gorr the God Butcher with all black, the Necro sword. We have Ravager Thor with Stormbreaker. We have Star-Lord with his new slightly upgraded suit. We have Groot, and we have Korg, and they all look absolutely amazing. So guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with us here today, and I mean, everything looks great here. So if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of these incredible action figures. And depending on when you watch this video, if you well, right now you wouldn't have seen the movie. Let me know what you think is gonna happen, because it's just so exciting to see these and wonder, man, there's so much great stuff that's gonna happen in this movie. And then if you've already seen this movie, then I can't wait to talk about it. So guys, check back on our YouTube channel for more great videos like this. We have the complete set of Thor Ragnarok among many, many other complete sets. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and share this video with everyone who you think would love it. So until next time guys, thanks again for watching Vince and Gigi's Super Channel G. Peace.